With the considerable dip in COVID-19 cases, many states across India have eased COVID-related restrictions. However, with the threat of a third COVID-19 wave looming large with the discovery of the Delta Plus variant, many state governments continue to impose strict curfews in places with a high caseload. While many experts had warned that a third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic could possibly hit India in a few months, AIIMS Director Dr. Randeep Guleria has stated that the third wave is inevitable and it could hit the country in the next 6 to 8 weeks. Well, the question is India ready for the third wave? Has the second wave taught us anything? And are we prepared, in fact, to tackle the onslaught of another third wave? Joining me on the program to talk more about this is Padma Shri Professor Dr. Mohsin Wali, cardiologist and physician. Also joining me on the show is my colleague Aishwarya Jain. He joins us from the capital city, Delhi. Nikita Sareen is joining us from Lucknow, and Yash Kulbhushan Saxena will also be joining us momentarily. In fact, let me go across to my colleague Aishwarya for the latest updates coming in from Delhi. Aishwarya, 124 cases in Delhi, 7 deaths in the last 24 hours, and we have all seen what the markets look like today. Parks and clubs and bars have also been thrown open. That is, of course, with a footnote of 50% capacity. And at the same time, Arvind Kejriwal has time and again on his own voluntarily assured Aishwarya that Delhi is ready to handle 37 to 40,000 cases a day. But you cannot have the best of both worlds. Arvind Kejriwal is being criticized for unlocking too much too soon.
Well, look at the current situation in the national capital. The positivity rate has also dipped down to 0.17%, which is certainly the lowest we have seen in the last 2 months, and that's why the reason perhaps now the Delhi Disaster Management Authority has issued fresh guidelines for unlocking in the national capital. From today onwards, we are witnessing that restaurants and bars are now open. The timing has been prescribed. The restaurants can be open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., whereas bars can be open from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. Apart from it, public places such as parks, gardens are also being opened by the Delhi Disaster Management Authority for the timing of 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Certainly, but there are no educational institutions, public gatherings, gymnasiums, clubs, restaurants, swimming pools, sports complexes. These are all still closed. Looking at the possible third wave situation, just because the Delhi government has been saying, and Randeep Guleria, for that matter, AIIMS chairman, has stated that there is a possibility that in the upcoming 6 to 7 weeks there could be third wave that Delhi can witness, where in 37 to 38,000 cases can come in on a regular basis. And to tackle that situation, Delhi Disaster Management Authority has very categorically stated that the guidelines which have been prescribed should be duly followed. Otherwise, there will be strict actions against whosoever will be found guilty. And under the Epidemic Act, they will be penalized if there are huge gatherings which are being witnessed in the marketplaces, shopping complexes, or even the gardens and parks. Then that should be immediately shut down, looking at the current situation. So these are certain guidelines which have been prescribed, but the Arvind Kejriwal government is all prepared, as they are just claiming that they are all prepared as far as oxygen banks are concerned, as far as the ventilators are concerned, health infrastructure are concerned. Looking at the possible third wave, it is to be seen that whether the situation which is prevailing right now, as far as the cases are concerned, as far as the deaths are concerned, which is pretty low compared to last 2 weeks, will go on as the track is going, or whether it will tend to increase in the upcoming days.
Absolutely, Nikita. 200 plus cases in Uttar Pradesh. 26 people have succumbed to COVID-19. There are still, in fact, curfews and still restrictions over the weekend. Is Yogi Adityanath going to change his stance? Is he going to, in fact, let up more services be available in the next few days? Let's not forget all the criticism that the UP government received when the state saw COVID-19 at its peak during the second wave.
Now, cases are now continuously declining as far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned, as far as Lucknow is concerned. Lucknowites are in bit relief, but as far as carelessness is concerned, people are still not careful. Firstly, I would like to discuss about the curfew. There are certain changes that has been made in Lucknow and Uttar Pradesh also. Now the curfew, the 2 hours is now extended. Now it will be starting from 7 a.m. and it will go ahead till 9 p.m. So 2 hours people are getting extra stuff so that they can do all the necessities things, or they can purchase everything. And restaurant, as far as restaurant and malls are concerned, only they got the rights to open. And as far as malls are concerned, yesterday, that is on Sunday, all the sanitization work were completed so that people can come, and it is opened with 50% population, because people are still not aware, they are still not applying masks, they are still not following the protocol. So with keeping all that stuff in mind, government has made, Uttar Pradesh government has opened. And as far as people were waiting from so long, as they were getting only takeaways opportunities as far as restaurants are concerned, now they can dine in at least up to for 9 p.m. And cases are concerned, no doubt cases are declining in Uttar Pradesh, cases are declining in Lucknow, but still as far as third wave is concerned, that can become, you can say, in next September, it is the time when everyone is suggesting. And as far as AIIMS director is concerned, he is also saying that it may hit in between maybe from 8 to 10 weeks. So as far as medical and doctors are concerned, they are giving full-fledged information that we guys are prepared. We have made all the arrangement as far as oxygen is concerned, as far as ventilators are concerned. But this time, if third wave hit India, if third wave hit Uttar Pradesh, then this time people gonna face the consequences. They will be responsible, because now everything is under control and people are not following the stuff. And if I'll again would like to add, if third wave will come, then people will be responsible. And if they now, if public and if people wants that India should get free from this third wave, then they need to follow the proper protocol, because they are still careless.
Okay, so if there is a third wave, in all probability there is going to be a third wave. We cannot verify to the intensity of this wave. People will have to be blamed if this goes out of hand. Yash Raju, my colleague, joins us at this point in time from Chennai. Yash, the South is not in fact very happy with the numbers that have been coming up when it comes to COVID-19. Tamil Nadu reported almost 8,000 cases, and the deaths also continue to be very high, almost 200 people dead in Tamil Nadu in the last 24 hours. What can you tell us? One problem I have been constantly observing about Tamil Nadu, Yash, is that people refuse to follow COVID appropriate behaviors. The COVIDiot concept is perhaps most applicable in Tamil Nadu.
Well, Vineet, if you see, the cases have started to reduce all across Tamil Nadu. Well, if you see, 20 days back, the cases were reported nearly 38,000. But day by day, after 31st May, the cases started to decrease, and nearly only 7,800 cases were reported yesterday, and 200 deaths were reported. So this is the fifth phase of lockdown taking place from today to 1 week. And along with that, lot of restrictions has been relaxed in Tamil Nadu, and especially in the 27 districts where the cases are reported in very few number. So many relaxations are given in 27 districts, but in the remaining districts, the restrictions are made in a very few number, and strict actions are being taken against the people who are not following the protocols. Well, if you see, there are special teams appointed by the Tamil Nadu government to monitor the COVID protocols and the guidelines which is given by the government in the public places. So nearly 300 to 400 people were fined in the past 2 days in the markets over here in Chennai, as they were not wearing the mask properly, and the social distancing protocol was also not followed. So the government is also taking strict action against the people who are not following the strict protocols, and they are also taking multiple steps to improve the health system here in Tamil Nadu. As if you see, the AIIMS hospitals have also told that within 6 weeks they may be expected of third wave. So Tamil Nadu government is also taking efficient steps to improve the health system in Tamil Nadu. The oxygen demand which was there in second wave was also been implemented, and multiple oxygen tanks and cylinders have been started to implement. Oxygen concentrators have started to implement all across Tamil Nadu. The situation is getting better in Tamil Nadu and the cases were also decreased. So what we are getting to know is the cases are still in 7,800 numbers, but the relaxation in which the metro public transport has also been opened with 50% capacity. So what we are getting to know is the public transport and the metro trains, which are also super spreader, have been started in the Tamil Nadu, and along with that, in the metro stations, a very few number of people have only been traveling. Well, if you see, according to the officials, only 20 people have been traveling in the metro train, and the people have also stopped to use the public transport as the COVID wave is going on. Nearly 7,000 cases have been reported, 200 deaths have been reported.
All right, Yash, thank you for that update. Stay on with us. I'm going to go to Dr. Vali and get his perspective on this extremely crucial matter. Dr. Vali, in the last 3 months, India reported perhaps the lowest number of COVID-19 cases in 24 hours. The free vaccination drive has also started from today for 18 plus, as Prime Minister Modi had promised just a few days back. But at the same time, there are apprehensions that there could be a third wave. Some people are saying that it's going to be more detrimental and more dangerous than the one we saw in the last month. According to you, is India geared up? Is India ready for a third wave in terms of our vaccination and in terms of our medical preparedness?
Well, thank you very much for bringing out this discussion on time. These 4-5 days are very crucial. These 4-5 days are very critical. And probably next 4-5 days will determine the fate of the next few months. And we have to see, as Nikita has added, Aishwarya has added, and your other correspondent has added from South, the situation in South is not very conducive. But what we are seeing in the central India, including Delhi and Lucknow, things are better. Things are better because we have done more tests. Things are better because at some places vaccination has picked up. Things are better because we have been a little more serious in these last few weeks. Now, the opening up is a big question before the authorities, including disaster management authorities and district administrations. And I've been saying that India is a very vast country. We cannot do it in the whole country together, so we have to do it in the phased manner depending upon the density of the cases. I am happy that Delhi is showing a very good count. I am very happy that even in UP, which was at one point worst hit, has shown a lot of improvement. It's because of more testing and all. You know, the big question before authorities is, as I said, opening the various places.
Dr. Vali,
Yes.
I am sorry to interject, but sir, are you happy? Are you content with the pace and the acceleration of the unlocking that has taken place in the capital city and other parts of India? Let's not forget that there is a chance of this virus mutating as well. There could be new mutants which are perhaps not on the horizon yet.
Exactly. If you ask my frank opinion, I am not very happy. Because if you are opening bars, we have been telling people not to sit together and eat together without mask. So this would be a scenario when people would sit together, eat together. When you are talking of malls, people don't go to buy the costly stuff, expensive stuff there. They go to eateries there. In every mall, most of the eateries are there, and they are running because people are utilizing their services. So these are the two places where people would take out their mask and probably sit together. They would not maintain much distance inside the restaurants and all. I'll come back to the medical side of the point which you asked in the first part of the question. But if you frankly ask me, it should be more slower than what is being done, and it should be very well guarded. And as I have been saying, schools and transports, these are the two areas where the infection spreads faster. We have to be very careful about the malls, especially in the eateries. The mall owners are already running in losses. The various segments like air traffic, we can say that. Then MSME is also suffering, and the various services. And these are the areas where we have to be very careful: hotel industry, transport, and communication. So what I feel, it should be more slower than what is being done, and we should see the numbers, because the numbers in this disease reflect at the interval of 10 to 12 days. So I have been telling, it's not the time to rejoice, it is the time to be very observant and listen to what experts are saying. We had a discussion on your channel yesterday where one of the experts did not agree with the third wave, but his observation was based on the seroprevalence. I added to that we don't have data from the villages, and there are large numbers
Correct.
in villages.
That is true, sir.
So
that
we have not to go by the seroprevalence. We have to really go by exact numbers and go into the bottom of it, see what's happening in the villages, and follow the night curfews wherever they are very strictly. As far as medical preparations are concerned, now the beds are vacant, ventilators are vacant, ICUs are with minimal number of patients. So we can always say we have enough facilities. But how much influx, with how much quickness will come, nobody can anticipate. So we have to listen to the experts. I have been telling that first Prime Minister's advisor, Mr. Raghavan, said about third wave. Then Maharashtra Task Force Chief said about third wave. 2 days back, Dr. Guleria told about third wave. So these are the expectations, and expectations are for the betterment of the society. Whatever messages are coming, we should take them seriously, stay home as far as we can, and get ourselves vaccinated, wear masks, and follow the discipline, COVID appropriate behavior whenever we go to the crowded places.
Sure, sir.
And don't
Dr. Wali, stay on with us. In fact, I also want to get an update from my colleague Kulbhushan Saxena, who's joining us at this point in time from Bhopal. कुलभूषण, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मध्य प्रदेश में स्थिति सामान्य है, 100 से कम भी केसेस रिपोर्ट हुए हैं। पिछले 24 घंटे में 30 लोगों की मृत्यु हुई है, पर कोविड अप्रोप्रिएट बिहेवियर को लेकर अभी क्या स्थिति है, पहला पॉइंट ये। दूसरा, वैक्सीनेशन को लेकर क्या लोग उत्सुक दिखाई दे रहे हैं, क्योंकि अभी ये रिपोर्ट आई थी मध्य प्रदेश में कि जो ग्रामीण ज़िले हैं वहाँ पर वैक्सीनेशन ड्राइव कुछ खास एक तरह से असर नहीं दिखा पाई है, लोग टीकाकरण से डर रहे हैं।
बिल्कुल, आज इंडिया न्यूज़ ITV नेटवर्क मध्य प्रदेश की सरकार के साथ खड़ा हुआ है, क्योंकि लगातार इंडिया न्यूज़ परिवार, ITV नेटवर्क परिवार इस अभियान में हिस्सा बना हुआ है। और आज मध्य प्रदेश में जो सरकार का टारगेट है, जो अभियान आज योग दिवस से मध्य प्रदेश की सरकार ने शुरू किया है, महा वैक्सीनेशन अभियान। आज मध्य प्रदेश में तकरीबन 10 लाख से अधिक लोगों को वैक्सीन लगाई जा रही है। इस समय हम मौजूद हैं E7 वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर में, और मैं आपको इस वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर की तस्वीर दिखाना चाहूँगा। यहाँ पे सुबह 10 बजे से जो आम जनता है, पब्लिक है, उनको वैक्सीन लगाई जा रही है। और आप देख सकते हैं कि लोगों में भी यहाँ पे वैक्सीन लगाने की कितनी होड़ है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे एक जो जन जागरूक अभियान मध्य प्रदेश की सरकार की तरफ से चलाया गया था, उसके बाद यहाँ पे लोग वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर पहुँच रहे हैं, वैक्सीन लगा रहे हैं। हमारे साथ यहाँ पे कुछ लोग भी मौजूद हैं, हम उनसे भी बातचीत करेंगे। मैम, बताएंगे तीसरी लहर से बचने के लिए अब वैक्सीनेशन का एक महा अभियान सरकार की तरफ से शुरू हुआ है, तो कितना अच्छा ये अभियान सरकार की तरफ से चलाया जा रहा है?
बहुत बहुत बढ़िया है, काफ़ी प्रमोशन हो रहा है, काफ़ी रोज़ हमारे मतलब स्ट्रीट में भी बार बार आते हैं, बताते हैं। ज़रूरी है सब लोग करवाएं, स्पेशली जिनके छोटे बच्चे हैं, जैसे मेरा 1 साल का बच्चा है, तो मुझे भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लगती है कि आके सब लोग वैक्सीनेशन करवाएं।
बिल्कुल, तो साफ तौर पे कहा जा सकता है कि यहाँ पे जो है वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर में अभी तक 200 के ऊपर वैक्सीन लग चुकी है। और राजधानी भोपाल की अगर हम बात की जाए तो आज 850 वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर बनाए गए हैं केंद्र। इसके साथ ही 7000 से अधिक कर्मचारियों की ड्यूटी लगाई गई है। पूरे मध्य प्रदेश में 10 लाख से अधिक वैक्सीन लगनी है। ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों में जो है डॉक्टर और जो नर्स हैं, स्वास्थ्य विभाग की जो टीम है, वो घर घर पहुँच के वैक्सीन लोगों को लगाती हुई नजर नजर आ रही है और ये भी समझाइश दे रही है कि अगर हमें तीसरी लहर से बचना है तो वैक्सीन जरूर लगवाएं, मास्क पहने, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का पालन करें और सैनिटाइज का यूज करें। एक बार फिर से मैं आपको तस्वीर दिखाना चाहूंगा कि आप देख सकते हैं कि हमारे कैमरामैन साथी से कि वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर में जो लंबी लाइन है, लोग सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का यहाँ पे पालन करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। इसके साथ ही सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के साथ लोग कितने अब जागरूक हो चुके हैं कि तीसरी लहर से बचने के लिए वो वैक्सीन लगाने वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर पहुंच रहे हैं। और सरकार के द्वारा जो अभियान चलाया जा रहा है उस अभियान में भी हिस्सा जो है मध्य प्रदेश की जनता बनती हुई नजर आ रही है। इसके साथ ही इंडिया न्यूज ITV नेटवर्क परिवार भी जो है आज इस अभियान के साथ जुड़ा है और सुबह से ही हम इस वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर में मौजूद है। यहाँ पे जो भी लोग वैक्सीन लगवाने पहुंच रहे हैं हम उनकी मदद कर रहे हैं, उनको बता रहे हैं कि अगर तीसरी लहर से बचना है तो वैक्सीन जरूरी है। और हम यही अपील मध्य प्रदेश के वासी से करेंगे कि तीसरी लहर से बचने के लिए अधिक से अधिक लोग जो है वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर पहुंचे और यहां पर वैक्सीन जरूर लगवाएं।
कुलभूषण, इस जानकारी के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। Dr. Wali, before we end the show, the imperative question right now is how to get people vaccinated. How do you in fact get rid of the apprehension that a number of people have had, but now they have converted their opinion, but there are still a few who would not get vaccinated under the fear that they don't understand the vaccine anymore?
No, we have to really be very lenient in booking them whenever the people want as per their convenience. More walk-in facilities should be allowed. Booking and prior appointments should be, of course, observed, but there should be leniency in that. We should always go to the more stations, more, vaccination centers at every place so that people don't have to move for longer distances. We have to target the rural population. I'm saying again and again, I am worrying about rural people who have lot of hesitancy, lot of reservations, lot of negative opinion about vaccination. So that has to be converted into positivity and free for all type of feeling should be there in people that vaccination is free, vaccination is for all of us. And it should be very near to us. One suggestion in Delhi came that it should be like polling stations nearest as per our locations. So whatever is the availability, and people should have the right to choose the vaccine. Some people have pre-decided in their minds that we would get this vaccine or that vaccine. So both vaccines should be available mostly because they are available in good numbers now. Correct. And people should feel very independent to come to vaccination centers, that we would not come back without vaccination.
Absolutely,
that feeling should be inculcated in the masses.
Absolutely. So it's the vaccine liberalization which is going to set us free from this nuisance of a pandemic called COVID-19. Dr. Wali, appreciate you taking out the time, sir, and giving us your exclusive